Alright, it is Michelle C with another fabulous episode of Candy Kisses TV, and I am here with the one and only
Gabe Spain.
Alright, now tell everybody where you're from and your Instagram information.
I'm from Miami, Florida, and my Instagram, Facebook, everything, social media is Gabe Spain, J-B-E, Spain like a country.
Alright, so how long have you been in this comedy game?
Well, I've been on and off since I was 15, so I've been consistently doing it now for like 4 years.
So what comedy club was you doing at 15?
I was doing the West Palm Beach Improv, the Miami Improv before they tore it down, so
don't they drink there? Like you got in at 15?
Yeah.
Who was sneaking you in the comedy club?
My first introduction into comedy, like the first person who really took me under their wing was Marvin Dixon.
Okay,
because he knew my mom.
Yeah,
he knew my mom from high school, so they went to the same high school together. So, yeah, he kind of got me into the, learning how to write my jokes and stuff like that, and put stuff together. So he really, got me on the grind. So, just coming up, growing up, you go through ups and downs as a comic, and me being young, I took a lot of things to heart. So that's why I was quitting a lot. Yeah. But I'm glad I started young because, I had time to quit. Most people, they quit when they're older. But then by the time they by the time they make their mind to come back, it'd be too late. So I'm glad I went through that at a young age. So,
So what made you decide? Like you said, you started at 15, but were you just in class clowning and say, I want to make this career, or what made you say, this is it, this is what I want to try?
I started doing comedy because I was just like, that was when the YouTube era was real big and everybody was making YouTube videos. Like that's when the what's his name? The Spoken Reasons, that era.
I remember him. Yeah.
When he was doing all that. So I just thought it was real cool to sit there and talk to a camera, and then you got millions of people following you. So I started doing that, mimicking that, and then basically what I was doing was stand up. Like some people were like, oh bro, you should do stand up. So that was just going around for a long time, and then boom, first time I ever did stand up, talent show, and then I just wanted to do it more, and then that's how I ended up getting on stage. So
okay, now I've seen a couple of your little skits. I see you do little voices and stuff. Where'd that come from?
The voices, because when I first started doing stand up, I didn't have no set, so I only know how to do impressions. Okay. So that's where that came from. I only knew how to do impressions. I didn't have no jokes written, so I would just do straight impressions. So. And I was just like, growing older, you're going to need a little bit more than that. So I had to go through stuff, So having a fiance and a daughter, that grew my material. But when I first started, that's all I knew.
So who was the most requested voice?
The most requested voice at the time, that's when Barack Obama was nominated. Okay. And I was like, well, my fellow people. And I was doing that a lot. So that was the biggest thing. I could sit there and stretch that for 5 minutes. So, but I literally didn't have nothing else but that.
Oh, wow.
So, just being on the comedy grind and stuff like that, to get your chops up so you learn how to write jokes and,
So, did you take, because I know you said Marvin helped you out with certain stuff, but when it comes to the writing thing, did he help you with writing, or you just kind of sat down and started winging it?
I started winging it. Like, nobody really helped me wrote. He just told me, how to play, where to place my jokes. Certain jokes, he would tell me, oh, you should put that here, you should put that there. But writing, everything came from me. I would sit down and write my own jokes. Sometimes you need that person in the corner to say, hey, that last joke, you should put it first, and then, and that's what, he told me, he was the first comedian that told me, your opening joke's supposed to be your second best joke, and your last joke is supposed to be your first best joke. He the one who told me that, so I started writing.
Yeah, because you want to start off with a bang, you want to end with a bang. That's right. That makes sense.
So that's basically how I got my intro to start. So I'm only 23 now. I got a long ways to go.
So where you see, what's your future looking like? What is your long-term goal with the comedy? You want to stay with the stand-up, or you want to do movies?
See, mine is kind of different because me personally, most comics won't say what I say. I like writing a lot. I like writing for television shows. I like, filming and editing.
Oh, writing is where the check is. Don't ever get that twisted.
See, and it's so easy for me to write because I can sit there and watch another comic, and I'll be like, man, he should say this. Yeah. And it's so many jokes that I can't use because that's not my life. I can look at somebody and write for them, and I was just like, that come out so easy to me. Because when I first started, it was me and a couple comedy buddies, but we used to always do little taglines, and I would give them stuff, and I used to like, man, this is easy. And then I found out how much writers make, so I was just like, that's something I would want to do in the future.
Yeah, I got a couple of friends that's in the writing game, and they are not complaining about their checks.
Man, writing is so fun, but being in front of the screen, I think, that's something I definitely want to do. Everybody say I got charisma for it and stuff like that, but that's kind of something I want to do.
Because the only thing, the difference is with the writing, you behind the scenes, you get that big check. Right. The biggest thing for me, because I write too, but when you're in front of the screen, it's you can't really have a regular life anymore. Right. That celebrity, this is the, it's how do you deal with that?
Oof. See, Me personally, but I think I'm made for it though. Like I always been in the light. I always want to be seen because before I started doing comedy, I was a dancer. Like, I'm still a dancer. I dance on stage.
You be taking this stuff?
I was a dancer, so I always wanted that type of attention. Like I want people to see me.
What's your sign?
Aquarius.
Up top, yeah. I mean, I be liking attention, but I don't like that kind of attention. But I feel
you know what I'm saying? Like I always wanted to be in the limelight. So I think, now the level of Kevin Hart famous, I'm not sure if I'm ready. Nobody knows if they're ready for that. But I mean, if I don't get to that level, it'd be all right.
Look, the check is the same regardless. You ain't got to look. I tell people all the time, I don't care if I'm ever famous as long as my check is cashed.
Exactly.
That's all it matters.
As long as it's cash.
That's it.
And you having fun, because that's what made me start doing comedy again and actually keep going. Because you got to realize this is fun.
Okay.
And you doing this for fun. You got to know that you love it. Rodney Perry told me that. You got to know that you love it. You got to know that you love it before you pursue it.
That's true. Because I remember I asked Rodney, I was like, what would you be doing if it wasn't comedy? He was like, that's it. I wouldn't be doing nothing else.
Yeah, same here.
I'm like, you really live and breathe this.
Because me personally, I turned down I didn't turn down a scholarship. Because I played football in high school. I did.
Okay.
I played football all 4 years, got a scholarship, go to Georgia State. I didn't even suit up. I didn't suit up. I was coming off the bench and stuff like that, but it wasn't a passion. Like, football was something I wanted to do, but I just knew comedy. It was just like, I gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, that was always it. I was like, I want to be in front of the light. So that's why the dancing was a big part of my life for a long time, because it's just like, man, I like standing up in front of people and, being seen. So comedy is just, stand-up was the perfect career for that. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know until later on.
Now, let me ask you this. What was one so far? Because, I mean, you've been in it for a minute, considering 15. Because it's like, 15 ain't a long time. But, if you're 23 and you've been in it since 15, that's a good little minute.
Right.
What would be the hardest lesson you have had to learn within the industry so far?
When I first started, I used to take things to heart. That's what I say that was the most valuable lesson I learned. Like, I used to take things to heart. Like, people, because you would think somebody, especially older comics, they know what they're talking about. That's why you gotta listen to your elders. Mm-hmm. So I would think, they hating on me because I did good. Mm-hmm. But it's not even like that. Like, sometimes they really be telling me, like, look, you should say this, or you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't cuss that much, you shouldn't do that. And I used to get in my feelings, get mad, okay, I'm not coming back to this club.
But why? You gotta respect the game that they're giving you. They're giving you free game.
And it was like that, especially with my mom too. It's just I always that was a problem I had just growing up. When I ain't like to be told about myself. But you know what I mean? When you mature, you understand okay, all right, I'm tripping. I do need
that's the Aquarius in you. I feel you, because it took me a minute because somebody would tell me, well, you need to do this. I'd be like, who are you to tell me?
Exactly.
And I get it now, because it's now it's more so they're not attacking, they're just giving advice. Whether you take it or leave it. Right. But at least if you listen to it, you might agree with them in the long run, but you got to listen to them first.
Right. Right. I'm telling you, I used to get so emotional just in my feelings, and that used to hurt me a lot, because you don't want to be known as that person that a hothead or something like that, because that can hurt a lot of people. Because people have their opinions about Kevin Hart, but Kevin Hart, he's always smiling. He's always in people's face, and it's probably times he do get in his feelings, but he don't never show that. So I used to, when I was young, I used to show that.
You can't do
I used to show people that I'm mad. Yeah. And that's something that my mom used to tell me all the time. If you mad, don't show nobody you mad. Just go off and cut. You know what I mean? They'll paint this picture of you.
Because that's what happens if you show somebody that you're mad, that gives them the strength. That gives them all the power in the world. Yeah. I got him now.
Now you lost. So, and that was probably the hardest thing I had to say I didn't went through since I've been doing it. It's just, you know what I mean? And even now, I'm still battling with that. It's some things that happen now that I'm just going, but I'm more mature now about the situation,
You know what helped me when I was going through, that's how I started writing. Actually, people would aggravate me, and I started writing poetry, because I would get my frustration out through writing. So I was like, I'd rather write about it than fight you.
Right.
Because if I fight you, it's going down. Right. So I'm like, to stay out of jail, I'm just going to write this little poem and be done with it.
I'm telling you, I used to be so mad to the point I would not go to that comedy club because that person is there. Wow. Which was bad. Because
you can't let somebody stop your hustle because
But that's this young thinking, being a teenager. I don't want to go over there because he hosts Friday, I don't want to be there. He said something, but at the end of the day, he was just trying to look out. You know what I'm saying? But I had to realize that.
And you never know who you're gonna need in the long run.
Don't burn bridges you never cross.
I promise you that.
Don't burn bridges you never cross. Because there's some dudes right now that I know personally, and I seen people say they ain't gonna make it, and they on television right now. They on television right now, and I'm just like, man, like I used to watch people with this dog, this little dude.
Oh yeah.
Like, man,
well, they ain't gonna never make it. They be like, yeah, but now they cutting 6-figure checks. Now
I would drop his name, but I don't name drop. But
I feel you. I know a couple people like that now. So
he on a show right now, and right now as we speak, and it was just like everybody just thought he would never make it.
Yeah.
It was just like he would come up here for the open mics and stuff like that, and just. I see people like when you put your tongue on somebody, like when you speak, like man.
And the hustle's where I tell people it's not who you know, it's who know you.
Right.
Because I know a lot of people, but if they don't know me, it don't matter.
Right. Exactly. That word of mouth is strong.
Oh yeah.
Because it been a lot of places I walked up into, and just because I got referred.
That's right.
Like,
exactly. I've been to I've been places where the biggest name couldn't get in. They'd be like, oh, but let her in. They'd be like, how she get in? I'm just like, don't worry about it. Well, on Candid Kisses TV, we like to keep it fun, so we do a kiss or diss segment, which is celebrity crushes.
Okay.
So I'm gonna throw some names out there. You're gonna say whether you kiss or diss.
Okay.
All right, we got Rihanna or Ciara, kissing or dissing.
Ooh, I'm gonna kiss Rihanna. I'm gonna diss Ciara.
What's wrong with CC?
CC ain't nothing wrong with CC. It's just
she too athletic for you?
No, not even. It's just I always had a crush on Riri. Like Riri was always had, because I'm from Miami. We like island girls. That's what we did down there. So yeah, I'm gonna kiss Rihanna. Yeah.
All right. Solange or Taraji?
Solange. Wait, no. Hold on. That's a hard one. Cause I like Beyonce, so I'm trying to. I don't want to be biased.
Well, Beyonce got to do with Solange. That's a totally different thing.
Yeah, I know. But she looked like Beyonce. But okay, I might say Taraji. I'm gonna say Taraji. Cause Taraji gangsta. I need a girl like that. She gangsta. And I already know she can hold it down. So I'm gonna say Taraji.
All right, Kelly Rowland or Michelle Williams.
Kelly. I'm sorry, everybody do Michelle wrong. See,
what's wrong? See, because y'all be okay. She had her little issues, but she's still come on now. She's pretty.
She real pretty, but it's just like Kelly, man. She dark skinned. Like I'm
that's what do it for you to charm.
Yeah, she dark skinned. Like, and that's one thing I don't like. Nowadays, because it's this, this mindset that black dudes have. Oh, I don't like dark skinned dudes. You know what I mean? I don't like how our black men disrespect our women like that. Oh, you cute for a black girl. Boy, that make my skin. I have had girls told me you are handsome for a black dude, and it's just like, I guess.
Why can't I just be handsome? You know
what I'm saying? Like, so I'm gonna have to go with Kelly. Like, she just, man.
There's so many things you could have said, but I'm cute for a black boy. Okay, well, you cute for a nappy headed chick. I mean, like,
exactly, like
you can say anything too.
And it's just like, society has programmed us to think like that. Like, lighter is beautiful. I literally had girls tell me, me listen to girls say, I want my baby to have good hair, so that's why I'm gonna date somebody. And it's just like,
that's a slave mentality.
Man, is it? I was just like, man, you really think like who cares about your baby hair? Love yourself.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, if I got a daughter, you know what I mean? And unfortunately, I know this is hypocritical, but my dad, she's half Spanish. Okay. But it's not like, you know what I mean? If she was black, it wouldn't be no different. You know what I'm saying? So, but man, I hate hearing that, because I know I used to go through that a lot. And that's kind of what really helped me stick through comedy a lot. Like, because I used to get bullied a lot in high school. So comedy was the thing that propelled me to be popular. And when I got in high school.
Well, it wasn't a sports, because you said you were playing football.
Yeah, I started playing football in 9th grade.
Okay.
Like 9th grade, but 8th grade on down, I used to get bullied, because I wasn't, I didn't get big until like 8th grade summertime. Okay. Because I was doing they do the workouts over the summer. So that's when I started to get bigger and stuff like that. But I used to be skinny. Like, and people used to bully me a lot. And there's some people, boy, they used to say some hurtful things to me about my skin tone and all that stuff. That's why I was like, self-hatred is a thing, man. Yeah. Like, it really is a thing in our community. That's why I was like, I hate when people say that, especially like girls. Like, oh, I don't date, dark-skinned dudes, or especially guys. I don't want my kids to be black. Like, oh, I don't want my kid to be dark skinned. Like, what do I got to do?
That's just the most ignorant statement I've ever heard, and it's so hurtful and stupid. It's really ridiculous. And
because it's not a. People always try to claim it as a preference. I was like, that's not a preference. That's a self hate. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not a preference. Oh, I like, because I never it was one point where, you know, I was going, you know, I only like light-skinned girls. I ain't gonna lie, it was one point I was like, I only like light-skinned girls. But then I was just like, I got that mentality from hanging around.
You're just about to program that into your head.
Right.
Yeah.
Like light-skinned girls are cute, dark-skinned girls are ratchet. Like how they portray black girls.
Why do you have to do that though?
Yeah, because they always portray dark-skinned females to be like that. Like, like, you know what I'm saying? And personally, I haven't met like black girls that act like that. Right. You know what I'm saying? But they'll portray it like that. Like I don't. My mom, you know what I mean? She's brown skinned, but she don't act like that. Right. And I was just like, what's worse than being a black man in America is a black woman. Because I was just like, man, we barely got a voice.
We go through some stuff now.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm like, man, I respect my black queen.
But it's so, I don't know if you saw, was it School Days, or they had the, you know, the light skin versus the dark skin or whatever. Right. But it's just like, it's, whether you light, dark, if you black, period, you got to go through something. Because people, when I was growing up, people used to, my little bullying when they tried to bully me before I swung on them was, oh, you light skin, you got long hair, you think you're all that. I'm like, no, you think I'm all that, and that's the problem. Exactly. That's why you hate on me.
Exactly. I'm telling you, it's a self-hatred thing, and that's why, and that's something I fell into, you know what I mean, growing up. Because me, personally, I was adopted when I was young. I don't know my birth mom or I was adopted. When my mom, she used to run a foster care. So everybody in my family's your complexion. Okay. So that was my biggest.
So now you feel like the outcast.
Yeah. Now I feel like, man, I need to be closer to this color. You know what I'm saying? So that was my issue. Like I had a lot of identity issues. So stand up was the only place to really reflect like how I was feeling on stage. So that's why I was doing a lot of on and off, trying to find myself. So, man. Yeah.
All right. Well, that has been another episode of Candy Kisses TV. Make sure you go ahead and shout out your Instagram and how they can follow you and find you.
Gabe Spain once again at Gabe Spain, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, GABE Spain like the country. Yeah.
And make sure you follow all his YouTube videos and skits because he is silly.
Oh man, thank you so much.
All right, stay tuned. Candy Kisses TV is sponsored by Kissable Lips Cosmetics.
Kissable Lips Cosmetics First Impressions Collection. A beautiful lip gloss quad with 4 gorgeous corresponding eyeshadows. Whether you're headed to work, preparing for a night out with the girls, or date night with the love of your life, the First Impressions Collection will get the job done. You only get one chance to make a first impression. Why not make yours kissable? Shop KissableLipsCosmetics.com today. You can't be kissed without kissable lips.